Hey everybody, what's up? This is kind of my last attempt at YouTube. I might give up on the channel, I might not, I don't even know. But today we're going to be digging up some bearded irises and dividing them. I'm sorry, there's lawnmowers and cars. Hopefully you can hear me. This is what you guys want. You want to see me more. I don't know why. I don't even want to see me. That's a whole nother story. But I guess let's get on into it. And hopefully we can get a lot of new irises for our new kind of iris beds. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is take a look at these 3 samples of plants that I've pulled. These are ones that are a little bit less vigorous. Like I think this one was planted last year. As you can see, we have the main mother tuber, or whatever you want to call this, rhizome rather. They got planted last year. That's this part. It's not going to bloom again. And we have this new offshoot. I've already cut this one, you can see. I'm going to cut every single stem back like this before planting back into the ground. So that's like a first year one. This one, a little less vigorous. I don't know what's going on with this variety per se, but we really want to look at things like this when we're dividing. This one has been in the ground for about 3 years. Let's stand it up. So we have the main stock, which is this one. This is what bloomed this year. This bloomed. As you can see, it's going into that main mother rhizome, or whatever you want to call it, right here. There it is. This main section of the rhizome right here that bloomed this year, that's what we're going to discard. That's not going to bloom again. That's what we're getting rid of. You see these offshoots here, these little nubs right here. That's what we want to cut, and that's what we want to keep. So each of these nubs is going to be turning into a new plant. So I'm just going to go through carefully, cut here, cut right here, cut right here, cut here, cut here. And we're going to have 4 new plants, and I'm going to discard this piece right here. I hope that's clear. I'm just going to be going through here, making a cut across to where I'm just leaving maybe a 3 to 4 inch fan. I'm doing this with one hand, so you'll have to forgive me. Just using these snips with both my pruners. Hopefully you can hear me, the neighbors cutting the grass. With both my pruners and these, I'm going to be dipping them into a bleach solution between each plant just to make sure, you know, these all look pretty healthy, but you always want to make sure everything's super clean so you're not spreading disease everywhere and all that good stuff. And I'm just going to dispose of these, not going to compost them, throw them out. Don't want to spread any kind of disease or anything like that. Here we are now that it's been divided. We have this original mother, I guess is what I'm calling it. I'm not quite sure. And this is going to get thrown off. This was a flower stalk. It's going to get thrown out. It's not going to bloom again. And we have our offshoots. Some of these look pretty small, I'll admit, but they're going to be fine. I've planted these this small before. It's no big deal. We got some nice roots on there. We got 4 from this one. This one's been in the garden about 3 years. I'm probably dividing them prematurely, but I'm moving them to a new bed, so I thought it would be the best time to do it. So there's what they look like. See, we have the cut end, we have a little bit of roots, we have our fan. It's going to be fine. It's going to work great. And now I'm going to set these off to the side because these are going to need to kind of cure for a day or so before getting planted back in the yard. I'm leaving mine in a shaded, sheltered location. It's hot, summer. They should be fine. They should dry out fine. It shouldn't be an issue. I've never really had an issue before. But this white bit that we cut, hopefully, yeah, that's just going to scab over a little bit, and it should be ready to plant in a few days. So I'm going to move these off to the side, and I'm going to keep going and see how many new irises we can get. So you guys, this looks like a healthy rhizome, right? We have our old that we planted, and we have our 4 new offshoots. Well, 3 new offshoots. You can see this was the original, and then this was an offshoot and flowered this year, so that's not going to bloom again. But we have 3 new offshoots. But check this out. Underneath we have these holes. Now there can be a lot of reasons for holes, but most commonly it is going to be iris borers. So when I'm making these divisions and cuts, if I see any new growth with these holes in it, I am going to get rid of it. We do not want that, and that's something we need to monitor and control in the future just to make sure everything's looking good. It can sometimes be wireworms too. In my yard, it's mostly borers, so something to keep in mind and check for when you're doing this. And doing this, I'm realizing I can't help but mention roots. You can see some of them are rather long. It's okay just to give those a little snip back, no problem. We're going to need some of those roots, obviously, but they don't need to be 30 feet long. I like to keep them just nice and kind of compact, but those are going to be helpful when we replant and kind of splay them out. So I thought that I was going to finish them all today, and then this is the part where it started to rain. And by rain, I mean it really started to rain. That's it for this one. I guess I will update, maybe make a part 2 if anybody's interested. I'm not quite sure. If you are, let me know down in the comments if you are. I'll be more than happy. I'm going to plant these in a raised bed probably, so that will be exciting. A lot easier for weed care as well. That's it. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks so much for watching. It really does mean so much to me. I'm so thankful as always. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hope you're having a great day. You totally deserve it. Hope the sun's shining and all that. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.